Welcome to another video yet again. So you can see on my last upload, I did call out HOUR at $1.27 per share. Now, if you pull up the chart, you can see this one ran all the way from $1.30 all the way to just under $7 per share for a massive 430% plus gainer. So drop a quick like for me on this video if you are enjoying this content, and make sure you have that notification bell turned on for these videos. So in the small cap market right now, we are seeing some massive parabolic moves. So the biggest gainer today, which is OCTO Holdings, ticker OCTO, basically ran from $1.30 per share all the way to $57 for just around a 4,000% gainer. And just a few months ago, I actually called this play out at $1.31 per share. And this one basically had a 40x move from that current level that I called it out at, and this one is still up, trading around $41 per share right now, up almost 3,000% for the day. Like I said, this one actually went up around 4,000%. So it's pretty clear that the small cap market is starting to heat up right now. And whenever you have a move like OCTO Holdings did today, whenever a stock goes up, 500% even 1,000% plus, everyone is going to be looking for the next penny stock that has this type of potential. So low float plays are extremely hot right now, and I'm going to be showing you a stock in this video that I have never covered before, and it has a pretty similar share structure to OCTO Holdings. It has the same free float. So OCTO Holdings has just around a 3 million share float, and the penny stock I'm going to be talking about has the same 3 million share float, no dilution, and this is a company that is in an extremely good sector. The stock I'm talking about in this video is Taitron Components Inc., TAIT, currently trading at $2.20 per share. So this is a semiconductor play, probably the lowest market cap, lowest float semiconductor play in the entire market, and this one is extremely undervalued. As you can see, this was a profitable company in 2024. Keep in mind, you always add 3 zeros to these numbers, but for 2024 last year, they did just around $4.1 million in total revenue and had over $900,000 in net profit. So if you look at their profitability in terms of net income for the previous years before that, they were actually doing anywhere from $2 up to $3 million plus in net profit, doing around $6 to $8 million plus in total revenue, almost $9 million in revenue in 2021, just showing they do have a ton of potential right here. And this is a sector that's going to be extremely hot for the next years, the next decade plus. So looking on dilution tracker, you can see this company has pretty much never diluted since 2016. They are cash flow positive. Looking at something else, which just indicates they are undervalued. If you look on their balance sheet, you can see they have around $4 million cash in the bank, $5.5 million in short-term investments. So this could be counted as cash on hand as well. You could technically count these net receivables, another $1 million. So looking at their total assets, it's sitting at just under $20 million, over $17 million in total assets compared to less than $2 million in total liabilities. So a very nice balance sheet, no long-term debt. So I always, that's a big metric right here. Looking at their cash flow quarter over quarter, they're basically breaking even in terms of their cash use. Now they are burning, just around 300,000 or something like that on average every single quarter for the last, 5 quarters, which is a very small amount. They've never diluted, and I believe they've never had a reverse stock split. So you can see, yeah, they've never had a reverse stock split, which is something that almost never happens with small cap plays. So considering that this one has a tiny $13 million valuation and already has, basically $18 million in total assets, with virtually no liabilities, no long-term debt, and very minimal total liabilities. So the average volume for the last 3 months is only sitting at 12,000 shares. So whenever volume comes in, we should have some very high relative volume, which is basically the current volume compared to the average volume. And whenever this happens, guys, a lot of traders look at this, and it is a prime ingredient for a massive squeeze. So the free float is sitting at 3 million shares, which is the same exact float and share structure that OCTO had before this massive move. And this one is actually breaking back out as we speak. Just hit new highs actually at 61, just under, just around $62 per share. So it's an incredible move, which is always good to see for small caps because this will actually bring volume into other plays. A lot of FOMO will be happening in the penny stock market as, like I said earlier, everyone is looking for that next massive penny stock runner. Continues to keep breaking out, guys, and this one just keeps going higher as this one is, basically just hit $75 per share. So this one is now a 6,000% gainer from my call out from just a few months ago. So that one was now a 60x multiplier, and this one is still continuing to break out as it is going for $80 right now. Taitron Components Incorporated distributes a wide variety of transistors, diodes, and other discrete semiconductors, optoelectronic devices, and passive components. The company distributes these products to electronic distributors, original equipment manufacturers, and contract electronic manufacturers who incorporate the components into their products. Semiconductors are extremely crucial for artificial intelligence, powering specialized processors that handle complex computations and enabling efficient data processing across various AI applications. So like I said earlier, the semiconductor space is one of the best sectors to get into right now and for the next few years and beyond. The global semiconductor market size was valued at $681 billion in 2024 and is projected to grow from $755 billion in 2025 all the way to over $2 billion by 2032, which is exhibiting a CAGR of 15.4%. So that's a compound annual growth rate of 15%, which is on the higher side if you compare it to most sectors. Looking at this article on Yahoo Finance, the graphics processing unit, the GPU market, is expected to grow at a CAGR rate of 28% to reach $592 billion by 2033. So semiconductors are a key role in data centers and supporting data centers, fueling GPU demand amid expanding global infrastructure. One of Trump's biggest focuses is artificial intelligence and staying ahead in this AI war. So companies like TAIT, their components and devices will be in high demand for a very long time. And that is all I have for today's video. Let me know in the comments what other plays you're watching, what you think of this play, and I will see you on the next video.